Hi everyone, hopefully okay. Today I'm going to show you some of my favourite drugstore products. I did a drugstore video probably back in last May, so that's almost a year ago, so I thought I'd do a more updated one. And I've actually been using quite a lot of high-end products lately, so I thought that it would be quite good to show you some favourite drugstore ones, because there really is some right gems out there and they're all really cheap. So I'm going to start off with my favourite drugstore products to prep and like prime my skin for my makeup, and they're both from the Body Shop. You probably heard me go on about both of these before, so it won't be any surprise. I'm going to count the Body Shop as drugstore because technically it's on the high street. The prices, they're relatively quite good value, and both of these are under £10. So I've got this Seaweed Mattifying Day Cream. I've got pretty oily skin, so this is just a really nice moisturiser to use. It helps keep shine and oil at bay throughout the day. And then I've got the Tea Tree Pore Minimiser Primer. Now I've gone on about this before, I really love it. I think it's a better version of Benefit Professional. It just leaves my skin feeling really fresh. It's great if you've got any spots or blemishes, and I also think it's really great at mattifying your skin. So it just means that like if I don't use this, then my skin will get really oily throughout the day, but this just seems to keep to help the two of them work really well in conjunction with each other. Moving on to foundations. Now I've picked out a few. Yes, so I have got the Revlon Nearly Naked one, and this is the shade 120 Vanilla. Now you've probably had a lot of bloggers and YouTubers going on about this foundation. It's recently been released, I think within the last couple of weeks, and it's basically quite a light to medium coverage dewy foundation. I don't think the colour range is that great. I went for 120, which I think may be the second palest, and you all know that I'm not a pale girl, but I found that the colour range was really orange, and I think there's nothing worse than wearing a really orange foundation. I'd rather wear a paler foundation and like warm it up with my bronzer. So I've got this. I haven't 100% decided whether I love it yet, but I think it's a really good drugstore foundation. It's nice to have a foundation that's quite dewy and natural looking, because there's not very many like that. Another one which I couldn't find to show is the Bourjois Healthy Mix. I also really like that one as well. Again, that's a really nice, healthy, low coverage one, and they're both really nice to use in the summer. I've also got the L'Oreal Lumi Magique. This again is light infusing, so again it's quite dewy, it's quite radiant. I found that it's okay for oily skin. You do have to powder throughout the day, so it's better probably for more dry to normal skin. But yeah, I really like that one as well, and I find that the colour range are much better. For all you Americans that might be watching this, because I might feature things that you might not be able to get over there, so I thought that I would include a foundation that I bought whilst I was in America last summer, and that's the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup. We don't have this in the UK unfortunately, but it's a really nice foundation. Again, it's quite low to medium coverage, it's quite radiant, dewy looking, and I really liked using this last summer, and I'm sure that I will again this summer. And it's got an SPF of 20 and 2, which means it's really good for sunny days. I also like the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. Again, that's a really nice one too. I didn't really get on with the colour of this one. I'll maybe have to go out and get another colour, but again, it's a nice good little drugstore foundation, and they're all like under £10, so it's a really like the concealers. I love a drugstore concealer, and I've been really liking the Rimmel Wake Me Up. This has got like a really nice peachy tone to it, so it's great for under eye circles. I've done a post on favourite drugstore concealers, which I will link down below for you. But I really like this. I think it's great for under eyes. And then I like the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, which probably like everyone does. It's a really good, quite full coverage concealer. It's great for blemishes, it's great for under the eyes, it's a good all-rounder, so it's a good one to have in your makeup bag. So yeah, I really like that one. And then I also really like the Body Shop Illuminating Touch. This is basically an exact dupe for the YSL Touche Éclat. I think this is about £14, so it's not the cheapest thing out there, but obviously is like a lot less than like Touche Éclat and like the By Terry concealer, which I'm currently trying to stop myself from ordering. But yeah, it's a really good little like light infusing concealer, so if you're on more of a budget, then I'd maybe check one. Another primer is this. I would say it's more like a highlighter, but it's classed as a primer. It's the L'Oreal Lumi Magique. This is the Pure Light Primer, and basically I see this as like an exact dupe for MAC Strobe Cream. It's obviously like a lot cheaper, and I think it looks really nice under makeup to give you a bit more of a radiant glow, and then it's also nice on like the cheekbones. Moving on to powder, probably favourite Drugstore one is the Rimmel Stay Matte one. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this one. Don't get me wrong, I think it's really good at what it does. Definitely mattifies the skin, but sometimes I think it makes my skin look a little bit too dull, which is probably why I try to avoid using powder. Blushes, yeah, I do actually prefer like my MAC blushes, but I thought that I would show you some that are pretty damn good anyways. The 17 blushes, which you can find in Boots, I think these are really super pigmented. Bourjois blushes, they've got more of a shade range that I like, and this is the colour Rose d'Or, and I think that this is a pretty good dupe for NARS Deep Throat, which I'm going to show you actually. So if I just pop, that is the Bourjois one there, and then I've got another dupe. This is the Rimmel Last and Finish Soft Colour Blush, and this is 050 Live Pink. I also think that this one is I'll just chip my nail varnish. This one's also a really good dupe as well, so I just put them. This one's a bit brighter though, and then if I get the NARS one, yeah, actually I think the Bourjois one's probably the best match. I'll try and do a close-up of that one. But yeah, the Bourjois one's definitely the best dupe for the NARS Deep Throat, so obviously you're going to save yourself a lot of money there. But the Rimmel one, that's also a really nice pinky colour too. On to eye products. You all know I'm a big fan of my Urban Decay Naked palette, and I may have sneakily, I'll say naughtily, ordered a high-end neutral palette that everyone's been going on about, but I'll tell you more about that when it arrives. But there still is some pretty amazing eyeshadows on the Drugstore. I really like the L'Oreal Colour Infallible ones. These are like really funny. They're almost like a pressed powder. I've got the colour Sahara Treasure. Looks like this. Let me just swatch it for you. And it is just super pigmented. It's so nice. It's basically very similar to Urban Decay Half Baked, and then I like the Maybelline Colour 24 Hour Tattoo Shadows. These are apparently quite like the MAC Paint Pot, and I've got the colour On and On Bronze, and I just think that they're just really gorgeous. They literally like will not move off your eyes, and now that that's on my hand, it probably will stay there like all day. They're like really good durable shadows, and they're a great basis for smoky eyes and stuff, so I really like those. And then quite a new one is this Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeshadow sticks. So there's lots of eyeshadow sticks and lipsticks coming out at the moment. You've got like the Clinique chubby sticks, so I think this is kind of like Rimmel's dupe of that, and this is the shade Bulletproof Beige, and it's just a really pretty champagne colour. Literally swash it on your eyelid and it just gives a nice swash of like a champagne highlighted colour, so it's really pretty. So I've been really liking that as well, and of course it's super cheap. Liquid liner wise, I love the L'Oreal Superliner. Again, it's really pigmented. I can't stand the liquid liner that goes like fade throughout the day. It's got a cool felt tip pen, so it means that you can do flicks and stuff super easy, and yeah, that's just a great little liquid liner. Mascara wise, I don't think I've ever tried, apart from Benefit They're Real, I use all Drugstore mascaras, and there's literally so many good ones out there. Favourite at the moment is the Bourjois Volume Cover Mascara in Waterproof. I really like this. It's got a really nice like big brush, and it just makes your lashes super long, super thick, and it's great at waterproof. So basically like it does what lipsticks. The Rimmel Kate Moss ones, they're really nice. This is the colour 107. And it's a very like plummy, vampy colour, like wine basically. That's a really gorgeous shade. I also quite like the Burt's Bee tinted lip balm. That's really pretty. And I quite like a couple of the Revlon lip butters. They're really nice. And then I also like the Topshop lipsticks. I've got the one Koi, which is quite, you know, it's a love or hate it product. I personally quite like it. And I've got the one Clueless as well, which is a bright pink. It's not as mattifying as the Koi one, but still it's really gorgeous and pigmented, and I think for the price that they are. Brushes, my favourite makeup brushes to use are the ones from Real Techniques. They're not like the cheapest, but they're a lot cheaper than like MAC brushes, and they do such a good job. I think that literally every beauty blogger and YouTuber uses these brushes, but they're really Moving on to nails, I absolutely love Drugstore nail polishes. I love Essie, and I also love Model's Own. And then the newest range that I've been absolutely loving at the moment are the Barry Jelly range. This is what they look like. I've currently got lychee on my nails. They're really shiny. They last a lot longer than the normal Barry polishes, and they come in a range of gorgeous shades. I need to just set on my makeup. I like to use the Body Shop Vitamin E face mist. I like this much more than the Urban Decay spray. I can't think of the whatever it's called, fix spray or up all night spray or whatever. But yeah, this is really good, and I also find that when you spray it, it helps to make your makeup look less cakey, just kind of diffuses everything, so that's a really good. My favourite drugstore product, that was a lot to get through. So yeah, hopefully, like, if you're on more of a budget, this will have given you some inspiration, some good things out there. Genuinely love all these products. There's a lot of drugstore products I've used, and high-end products actually that I've used and thought, a bit rubbish, but these are honestly all stuff that are really good, and they all do the job. So yeah, so I hope you're all well, you're all having a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye!